Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Commodities Update Show, and where we keep things simple and do price analysis on natural gas, UNG, gold, and silver. And we will be looking at support and resistance levels where you guys can potentially play off of, as well as what's the most likely scenario where the price would be likely heading into next week, and also the psychology behind some of these patterns, so you guys can learn and understand more about the market. And feel free to subscribe and share and like, and always appreciate it if you guys learn anything. All right, let's get started. So we are looking at natural gas in G. And on Thursday, I think I remember talking about where we still have that initial move from this A to B as one move. So we still haven't gotten that daily trend change that we've been talking about this week. And as of now, the bulls are still holding at the top of the range of the move. So meaning there could potentially be more coming later on, but we do see some signs of slowing down. So let's take a look at the hourly chart where there is some slowdowns, because you can see very clear resistance right here at that 2.86. We have been looking at this resistance for a while, and you can see even back here, rejection, straight up and straight down. So it's also rejection and the rejection. So we have two more here this week, very clear, double top, and that's potentially the spot that bears are playing defense. So you can see they play defense here. The second that we hit that, we had this big volume come in, and as well as right here, see all these bear volume coming in, same time in the same area. Now the question is this momentum over, and are we going to form a daily consolidation? So daily consolidation just means on the daily charts, the next candle is going to go below the prior candle. So as you guys can see, from this bottom of the move to the top of the move, none of that happened. So that's why this is one straight initial move without a daily trend change. We need one candle close below. Doesn't mean you have to close, but one candle going below the prior candle for us to say daily consolidation is on its way, and that's a pivot now being set. So if we have a pivot set and we break above this prior high, that's a daily uptrend confirming. So what that looks like would be something like, let's see if we got one here. So it's something like this. So from this bottom of the move to the top of this move, it's one straight move. You can see none of the candles went below it. And then this one right there did. So that was the pivot being set. And the bulls over here just had to break above this prior high here. And they did. So they confirm a daily uptrend right there. Same thing with the smaller one down here. There's one initial move. Now this is the pivot being set right there. And then they broke above this triple top. That's why you can see when we broke above this triple top, confirming the very first daily uptrend, you can see all these bull volume coming in at a 8% day, because that was the very first daily uptrend confirming since we have had one back here. So it was quite notable, and also the strong resistance breaking at the same time. That's why there was a lot of bull volume coming in. Now that's what we're looking for now. So we have a big move from the bottom of the move to the top of the move was 18%. So it's giving bulls a lot of room now to work with for a daily trend change on the next pullback. So what I want to see, definitely not this. None of us bulls want to see this, where this is one straight move and we just give it all back. So I want to see a trend change so we don't have to give it all back. Trend changes, it just helps set up supports along the way so that the price may continue to head higher. Because there was no trend changes on this move up, you can see it just fades everything down. Same thing with a lot of moves from natural gas, where I think this was a 50% move, no trend change, gave it all back. Multiple times, something that natural gas does all the time. So now we have two trend changes here. You can see daily uptrend confirming and another continuation of daily uptrend. And now we are trading at the higher of this range versus fading everything back to the low of the range. That's why trend changes are so important, because it sets up supports or resistance along the way. All right, so we look into the hourly. I want the bears break this 2.74. They're looking down at this low again. This 2.7 low, because that is this maroon looking line. You can see right here. It acts as resistance twice here, resistance over here, bounce off of support, and then bounce off of it again here. So when we come down to that area, it's going to act as support again. And at the same time, if bears break that low, then the daily consolidation is on its way. And then when the daily consolidation is on its way, we zoom in and we see we follow the hourly trend. So right now, an hourly trend is currently in a neutral trend. Bears don't have an hourly downtrend yet. This is just one initial move. And I want to see bears show up and give that hourly consolidation. If they don't, then we're going to come back and test this 2.86 again. Because you can see right here, this was an initial move. This was the bounce. And bears confirmed an hourly downtrend right here with just like this one mini candle. So it's a slight break, but not lacking absolute zero follow through. And we shot back up. That was the sign where bears were lacking absolute zero follow through right there. That's why all these bull volumes came back in. But then we hit the resistance again, and bear volume came back in. So now the question is, can bears confirm a daily, an hourly downtrend here with follow through or not? If not, coming back up here again and retest that zone. Because we made a higher low, meaning this low is higher than this low, there could be a chance where this is a tightening range and we tighten up and then we break after that. So we'll see. Tightening range just means the move prior to the move is also smaller than the prior move. So you can see big move up, the drop is smaller than the prior move up, and the bounce is also smaller than the prior move. So if this drop it holds here, meaning this low is going to be higher than this low, then it's going to tighten up into Monday. And probably break end of Monday. This range will break end of Monday or early Tuesday. Sorry, Tuesday, Monday is no trading, so it'll be breaking later Tuesday and then or early Wednesday. All right. Yep, that's what I'm seeing so far. And if we do hold these level, then it's like a continuation of the move because, yeah, that means there's just no bear follow through at these levels down here. All right, let's take a look at UNG. And before we go to UNG, you guys know I just monetized the channel this week. And so if you guys like to support the channel, feel free to join the YouTube membership on the channel. It's just right at the bottom. You can just click join. And I'll be doing a members video every Sunday where I deep dive on the overall markets, and which includes the macros and like the weekly and monthly timeframes for us investors or long-term traders to know where better understanding of where the charts are going. And as well, I'll be doing 5 top requested tickers. So that means if you guys request for anything like a stock, AMD or Netflix or whatever commodities you guys are looking for, uranium, and I'll be looking at those off of the top 5 picks. So whichever 5 gets the most voted will be in the video on Sunday. And yeah, so if you guys getting early, you'll probably get your pick every week for now, at least. And all right, let's get into UNG. So UNG, we're looking at similar to net gas, where we had that Tesla resistance double top and then came back above it, but we were still higher than the prior low. Meaning this low is higher than this low. So sorry, this low is higher than this low. That's a good sign. So we want to see every time we come back below it, we want to see the low of the pivot always being set as higher. So this was being set here, and this was a daily uptrend confirming. So this is what we want to see on net gas, a daily uptrend confirm. But so far it's very lacking follow through on UNG. Let's see, we broke above this Monday's high, and then we always came below it. So now we're closing, the candle's always closing. Not a good sign, but As long as UNG holds above this, natural gas holds above this level, UNG would hold around this level as well. And see if natural gas gives us more fuels for the next move up, or it's going to show us daily consolidations on that trend change. There might be a lot of selling if we get a daily consolidation, because bulls over here had a straight move up, and once we get that daily consolidation going right here, you can see all this selling going on. So the question for all of us bulls is, when daily consolidation happens, can the bulls hold it and change the trend? That's going to be very, very key. Otherwise, we're just going to fade all the way back again. So very key, because if natural gas fades, UNG is likely going to come back all the way down to 6.63 as well. See if that trend change happens. And bull is 2x long side for UNG tradable ticker. They move tick by tick, and KOLD is the short side on the 2x leverage. And yeah, you don't chart those. You chart UNG. You always chart the original chart, never chart leverage charts. All right, let's take a look at gold. Gold bull break, lacking follow through. We broke above Thursday, Wednesday's high, and then we came back below it. Now we're looking at this support right here. You can see the maroon line. It's acting as prior resistance. Resistance. A lot of resistance over here. We got above it, came back, retest. So far, it's holding. So that's a good sign that we held that level, bounced off of it slightly. Not a huge bounce, but it's looking on the holds, and we're likely coming back up here again. So let's take a look at the dollar to see if it formed that head and shoulders or not. So it didn't. So the dollar ended up breaking out above, which made sense for gold to pull back. So gold had strength likely in the morning at this dip for a dollar, and after this rip, we'll pull back. Because dollar and the gold and metals, all metals are inversely correlated. So if dollar is strong, then gold will be weak. So now head and shoulders is negated. There's no more head and shoulders here because we broke above this neckline area. So now we're probably looking more so a equilibrium. I mean, this could be a tiny range if we can't get over this 104.4 level zone right there. You form something like this as well, where there's just a lot of retests of this zone and wicks. Now, no signs of that yet because the dollar pretty much closed at high of its day. High of its day just means the dollar probably wanted more move up on the upside, but it just ran out of time. We'll see if it continues to go higher on Tuesday. And if it does, it'll likely come to test this 104.4 zone. Very clear level of resistance. You can see here. Right. If dollar goes up to test that zone 104, then gold will probably pull back to this recent level of support right there at 1924, because this was prior resistance. You see all these prior resistance level zones. It's going to act as support when we come down to this. And it's still healthy if we pull back to there and bounce. It means the daily uptrend is still intact, even if we come down here, because the prior pivot is here. It'll still be intact, and we bounce. We'll see how the dollar trades when we test that 104.4 resistance. All right, let's look at silver. Silver, same thing, relative weakness still. And we bounced over here when that in the morning when you saw that dollar weakness. So we bounced, and then dollar ripped in the afternoon and came all the way down here. So which made sense. I talked about this resistance for the past week, where it's very hard for a gold to get over, a silver to get over, because you can see resistance, resistance, resistance. Did it once, couldn't get over it. Twice, couldn't get over it. 3 times, couldn't get over it. 4 times, couldn't get over it. And this is 2 levels of resistance, because this one right here, 24.64. You can see all this bounces here. Acting as support, so it's going to come acting as strong resistance when we come up to it, and we have this downtrending line support as well at the same time at the same area. So more resistance coinciding in one area, it's going to act as stronger resistance, as well as the dollar bouncing at the same time while silver is at this area, causing it to not be able to get over it even after a fourth try. So we're coming back down to this level of support. So this level of support needs to hold, because if it doesn't hold this pivot, this Friday's pivot, 23.9, then we are back to a neutral trend. Right now it's in a daily uptrend. Still, even this pullback, we're still above the prior pivot. So as long as it bounces above the prior pivot, we're still in a daily uptrend, and we may retest it. Or silver can actually might form a head and shoulders here. It goes like that. So we'll see. The dollar rejects that 104 area the first time, slight dip, and silver will bounce slightly, and then it breaks that 104 the next, like let's say the next day or the next day. Then this is the confirmed head and shoulder. It'll form up something like this, and it'll be a daily downtrend confirming. So yeah, those are inversely correlated, and it's very possible where dollar pulls back the very first day, metals bounce, and then dollar breaks above it, and then you can see this metals drop, or dollar pulls back, retest it, and then rejection from it, a big rejection of the dollar, then silver would rip up and to retest 24.4. All right, that's all I got for you guys. And if you guys are looking for the stock market video, I posted that yesterday, and as well as feel free to subscribe, like, and share if you guys learn anything. And if you guys have any questions, comment below, and I will see you guys on Tuesday if there's no trading on Monday. So have a great rest of you guys this weekend.